Hello everyone, this is your NHCC News Action Reporter letting you get all the news that is the news up at the Eternal Courthouse of Heaven. Now there seems to have been a disturbance in the courtroom between the eternal judge and the prosecuting attorney, and we're trying to get one of our best ace reporters in the courtroom right now to see what all the fuss is. Now Rob, are you there, Rob? Can you hear me? Seem to be having some interference. There's a lot of disturbance over there in the courtroom. Can you tell me what's going on?
Oh boy, there's a lot of action in there right now. It seems the judges stopped the proceedings to straighten out a few things out there in the courtroom. And it seems like the judges let Mr. Satan, well, we think that that's what the prosecutor is going by. We reporters have been calling him Old Slewfoot, but it really seems like Slewfoot has been throwing accusation after accusation at the defendant to see what would stick. And you know something? The judge has just cleared the courtroom. Let me see, I'm getting something right now. He called Old Slewfoot into his chambers to clear up exactly what the situation is. Back to you outside.
Well, we're anxiously watching and waiting, and there's rumors that Slewfoot's case is going to be thrown out of court. Now, will it be? Does he have a good case? And all that's yet to be seen. And I'll say this, if what the prosecutor says is true, then the defendant there is going to be a sentence of eternal hell to pay, and that's for sure.
Wait. Right now we're getting word right now that the defense attorney, who incidentally goes by the name of God's only son, Jesus Christ. Oh, by the way, doesn't it occur to you that he is related to the judge? He's the son of the judge, and he's defending the defendant. Man, there's a lot of people who are saying that there's a fix in the courtroom because the eternal judge always gives his son whatsoever he desires. Well, the facts are clear in this case, though. The defendant is absolutely and profoundly guilty. In fact, what's coming to us right now, regarding this case, is the defendant has confessed now to the crimes of his sins.
Now wait. We're getting news from our reporter inside the courtroom again. Are you able to hear me? Can you hear me? Wait, it's a bit noisy over there, but there you go. We can hear you now. What's going on in there?
Wow. Was that ever a doozy? The judge threw the book at the prosecutor. He even called him a devil. He said it was not enough to just suggest that there was a crime of sinfulness. And you know what? Then the devil told the eternal judge that by his own law, a price has to be paid. And that means a defendant has to spend eternity in a jail called hell. Oh my goodness, it was electric. But would you believe that the judge told the devil that hell was only created for him and his entire team of devils that followed him? And he then proceeded to tell him that anyone who came forward, somebody came forward and paid the entire bill. And we're talking about the whole defendant's bill for the whole defendant's sin. All of his sins have been forgiven. The eternal judge told the devil, he said, look as I might, I cannot find anything left to adjudicate his sin with. They're all gone. Therefore, this man has to be freed. And the devil looked at the court, asked the court, he said, well, who in God's whole green earth would pay the price for him to be freed? To which the defense attorney who is related to the eternal judge said, I paid for it. So guess what, Mr. Devil? He's free to leave the courtroom as a freed man, to which the eternal judge said, well, to whom the Son is set free, he's free indeed. Can you believe it? Evidently, two more things happened after that. Number one, the former guilty man who sinned against a holy God and had confessed with his own mouth that he had sinned, he walked out of the courtroom shouting with his hands raised, giving glory to God and praising the judge and his defense attorney, Jesus Christ.
Well, that's for sure great news, but what's the second thing that's happening in there?
Oh, Mr. Devil is shouting and cussing and causing all sorts of havoc. He's out of order. He began yelling about it not being fair. And then some people are saying fire came from the top of his head. And we have no proof of that at this time. But one last thing, though. The court just issued a decree straight from the judge's chamber. The decree has been singularly stated that the judge says, case dismissed. That's all we have for now. So I'm going to give this back over to you.
Well, this has been a very interesting case indeed. Evidently, the facts were clear enough. The defendant did willfully sin, but the price was paid for in sin, and that much cannot be disputed. But because of that, the judge is setting the defendant free. He's a free man, and on top of that, the eternal judge is sanctioning the prosecutor. He's been told that he is finished. The facts must also be told. If anyone else who comes into that courtroom believes what has happened here today is true, and then places their faith and trust in Mr. Jesus, the defense attorney, then Mr. Devil is going to do the same thing again and again with the judge. So what's the lesson here to be learned? Well, I'd say it's to place your faith and trust as quickly as you can in the Son of the Judge, the only defense attorney any of us can't afford to go without.
Well, that's what's going on in the courtroom today. And we will pass on any further news that we get, and you can always depend on us to be the first to bring the news to you.